What's up, fucking loyal followers or whatever, who's ever checking out the channel maybe? Figured I'd do another segment on narcissism and my experience with it. I'm a recovering narcissistic personality person. Never been diagnosed, but I know I picked up some of the traits. But yeah, I've been kind of not doing my house chores or my laundry and shit. So I did some laundry last night and today, and I'm sharing my dad's washer and dryer kind of, but his girlfriend has this weird bone to pick with me. It's so petty and weird. I don't even, right now, I shouldn't even be making this video or care about it, but it's just, I'm going to document it to show him someday, or just not to fucking throw anybody under the bus or make anybody look bad, just to show the genuine timeline of what I've been dealing with. But I took the dryer lint out of the dryer and I set it on this table by accident. Not by accident, I just threw it there and grabbed my laundry and, would tidy up after. We're not the cleanest people around. My house is worse. All my houses have been trashed, really, but it was just you can tell someone's going out of their way though to poke at you by they write you a little note that says you couldn't throw the lint in the trash. And the last time I got a note, it was a text message from the girlfriend of my father's over his phone to me while I was at a concert for free in Doug's. I have nothing right now, and I'm jobless. I'm pursuing my dreams and just getting my mental health right. But it's so funny because I called my dad to invite him down to see the music with my other cousins, so I happened to bump into there, and she probably overheard it or something. It doesn't matter, but she felt the need to text me this big long spiel about how I couldn't go paint or rake a yard or do something. You know what I mean? Just I guess what I'm getting at is it's so terrible that somebody can waste all their time in their day thinking about little old me. It's flattering, but it's why would you rob your fucking day of what you could have had for fun? She could have wrote anything. I'm so tempted just to write thank you on it or something and text her, but I know it's I'm not gonna talk to people like that just have a blatant, vindictive, narcissistic fucking they're sociopaths. Basically, everybody's a sociopath or fucking, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They either everybody kind of either likes the same sex and is angry about it, takes it out on people, or they feel like they haven't accomplished a lot or something, because a lot of those people you notice will talk up their kids a lot, or kind of what their kids do is the center of attention, and they kind of pick out, if they have more than one kid, they'll fucking whatever one's better at something or excelling as far as the regular community standards or the world view I don't know what the fuck your standards are, but it ain't right, okay? Nobody has a standard. There's no fucking set level you should be at or thinking or fucking accomplishing, and you should feel accomplished. It's okay to feel guilty and change your mind, and I'm fucking grateful I've been blessed with this goddamn tragedy of not knowing what to do, to have the time to think finally and fucking self-reflect and just be a better person and spread goodness. And it kills people. The light kills people. I run into the same fucking demons every day, and it's just a thought process. I call it a demon, but it involves, I see it every weekend if I'm out. Every place I go out for the day, I'll see it envelop different souls around me in my surroundings. Some are close family and friends, and it just blows my mind how they think or still attacking me. And then I just have I have odd premonitions of old memories, I guess, where I remember them kind of being verbally abusive or kind of shunning me, maybe accusing me of stuff I didn't do. But I'd love to just squash it and get over it, because I forgive everybody, and I can feel that there's something up, or it's not even something up. You can just feel that stupid tension. It's because I'm very empathic, but I'll also rip your fucking face off if you fuck with me, because that's what I learned to do. They pushed me that long, and I think that was a big life goal of mine, was just to stick up for myself. Maybe I come off as a little aggressive, not apologizing for that. I've learned a lot. But what I wanted to do is a funny, it would have been petty if I did it, but she brought cat food in and stuff for the cat. And it stays over at the house I'm currently squatting at, or unwelcome to her at, or whatever the fuck. The shelter that my father has bestowed upon me has a cat next door, and it's her cat. And she couldn't bring the food in to the cat. It had to be set over here because she knew I was here. And it's weird. I actually knew she was coming. I just took a shower over at my old man's and was running through the yard naked and shit. Like, 'cause all my clothes are being washed. And I was like, fuck, dude, I feel like someone's coming or like watching or like someone's about to show up. Because like that never happens, but it just feels like that would be the time. And sure enough, as soon as I'm putting pants on, I look over and there's my dad's girlfriend and my grandmother's car. You know, I don't even have my car's in the shop. I don't have nothing. I have everything I need, and I love it. And I can ask, and I could get everything is always there. But what my point is some of these people have stuff, and I don't have much, and they still find it weird to like fucking I don't know, just dig into whatever I might have. I'll give them the energy or time. I would even visit with them, and everything I say, I mean wholeheartedly. Even when I'm a fucking asshole and you've offended me, I mean all of it wholeheartedly. But it's just weird because like I kind of looked up to her as a godmother. She was always kind of controlling, possessive, and then she kind of flipped it on my dad. And my dad's such a good man. I just don't know if like I've learned from my relationships that sometimes it don't work out, and you feel like it sucks when you get a lot of things together or you give out things when you're a nice person and you give out like your extra cars or like what you have means to do, you give and share and don't expect it back. And I know that's rare to come by, and I feel like she knows that deep down, and that's like what this is. Maybe like she feels like I'm taking from her honeypot or something, which we're all in this together. But if you keep doing shit like this to me, I'm gonna fucking like not help you when I'm a fucking millionaire or something, you know. I mean, I'll help you on the side of the road and, you know, always make sure everybody's safe, but I'm not gonna fucking. Actually, I probably will still, but I have to tell myself I'm not gonna help them because, like, I don't know, they're not helping me anyway. They say all this shit, but it's just making choices for me, and it's I don't have a problem. I'm just doing what I'm doing, and it's not what they're doing, and I think that's where everybody has a problem. But we could always squash it and talk it out. I mean, I love the cat. I'm not even supposed to touch it. COVID. It's so fucking. Just tell me what really bothers you instead of all the bullshit, you know? But I do have this weird paranoid feeling that she kind of like poisoned my grandmother and killed her a little quicker or something. Which I'm getting to the bottom of shit like that. I feel like a lot of that's happened in my family. Both sides. Like mom and dad are split. But I swear to God, I feel like spouses and different like aunts and people push people to like neglect the elderly or like, you know, not that my father would ever do that or anybody intentionally, but if you understand how energy works and like, you know, how people can be manipulated even subconsciously and how it changes the realities we live in. If I ever put that together, if something like that happened, just so she could have, because my mom was sick and my dad kind of had to help her, and then my dad helps my grandfather and everybody, you know. And I remember she came over here one time, and it's not, I'm not judging her, but I just want her to like maybe see it from our side or my side. She was upset that my grandfather stayed here a few days in a row, and it's like she wants my father all to herself. I think she's a succubus kind of. Which I mean, I'm not accusing anybody of it. These are just my terms I come up with for people that harvest energy is wrong, and we're all doing it. We all do it. I'm an incubus technically, I guess, or a fucking narcissistic fucking manipulator. I'm a drug addict. Blah blah blah. I'm Landis Willen Norm, you know, and I love you guys. And if you don't love me or care or want, you know, you don't have to like what I'm doing or even want to know. But don't fucking assume and go straight to the source when you have a problem with people or a question. They might even like respect you more for it. If you just like, hey, even if you just said I have a problem with you and that's it. Because I have a temper and I'm trying to not have a temper. I'm doing pretty good actually. Almost perfected it. And they know that, so I think that's what it is. It's like something like that, or like they kind of, you're like, so some people like to see other people sad. Like sociopaths like to see people down and out and like depressed and like fucking, for some reason they're such a low vibe. They're some of the smartest, greatest people too, and they've done good things, but like they just get in this weird low vibe where they love it with other people. There's dramas and stuff's good, but if you tell them one fucking idea or something to work together with, or maybe something they have a problem with, then it's like blown up in your face, and you know what needs to be healed there and worked on. Which I guess I have to work on this stuff. I'm kind of like not minding my own business like I should all the way, because this shouldn't have robbed me of 5 minutes of doing a YouTube video, but maybe I should have. I don't know. If anybody else go away for a little bit from the family, and then you kind of had a rough patch, you move home, and then you see a lot of stuff that you kind of didn't see before, but you feel like you've never changed, and the love you have for your family and just everybody hasn't changed, but you slightly notice how everybody like triangulates each other, or they kind of like all everybody pries on everybody's insecurities, and then even if I try to answer their insecurities with a positive thing, it makes a new one, or at least I pick up theirs, because the fucking empath shit is fucks with me pretty good. So I love being alone and visiting people, but basically I don't trust my friends or family anymore because of weird shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Just a weird note to, and I don't know if they know that it's meant to throw me off, because I have OCPD, where like one little thought like that, I can't fucking let it go. Like, I was supposed to go apply for a job to paint today with another guy, didn't fix the kickstand on my bike, still doing laundry from last night. ADD as fuck. I love it though. We got some art done. I made some new jewelry and some cool shit, and I wrote a couple songs, but I have everything I need, even though I have bills and shit. Like, it's all, that's not real. That's not affecting my like chemicals in my brain. Me is affecting that, and like what I give my fucking full on like subconscious and subliminal thoughts to, or whatever, what I allow to fucking rob me of my like peace or like fucking goals I had for the day, because I was on a pretty good roll, I'd say, before that. Even with that, I still am, but I don't know. Thanks for listening to my ramble, and we'll be back with some of that narcissism and the empath shit, and I suggest everybody look into what kind of personality type they are. I seem to think I'm an INFJ or an INFPJ, but I could be wrong, or I could be all of them, or I'm just crazy. Definitely crazy, but in a good way, I passed all the tests, I think. Could piss in a cup, just not for pot. But yeah. All I gotta say is like the universe is awesome, and it's good to have like something that got your back for once. Where I used to just like I used to be like really just like suicidal, I guess, but not in general. But like the vibe I gave off was just like well, like it was Wicked Little Peep style, even though I like that shit. But now I'm absolutely in love with life. I can't wait to wake up every day and try something new, or not, and it's just cool. And I know like I might be a burden on some people, but I mean, I need their help, and I don't know, if they need mine, they just gotta ask. I think that's the hardest thing. I noticed them asking my grandparents for help or their friends for help or something, but when I ask my grandparents for help or somebody else, I get shit from my parents. Not really, but I don't even know if they know they do it too. Half of them don't know they do it. It's like programmed into their brain from their jobs. And then like I get that they're kind of in the same boat as me, where their bosses and everybody over the years kind of been bewildering these people. Like my dad's royalty, dude. That man should be a fucking millionaire, the way he thinks and how he puts himself first, and he knows that without knowing it or saying it, so I'll say it for him. But he deserves more like fucking respect, I guess, or at least fucking, like, I don't know. But he kind of eggs on too with the humor and shit. I have the same style of humor. Me and him get into it too, but I absolutely have respect for my father, despite what some might say or think, and I don't give a shit, because I know what I say to the universe and what I want for my family and what I hope to give to my family, and I know how I forgive and my family's forgiven me. My father might not show love the way I do, or like been emotional as much, but he's working with what he has best at the time, which is inherited down and learned through muscle memory of like your life and your experiences and how your family was. So every generation it gets better. You evolve, everything gets better, times change. Not saying the bad generations were wrong, but like they were. If it, sometimes it designed certain men to not like women. Like I used to think like I could possess women, or I was owed something for fucking supplying something. I was owed sex, or just buying. You know what I mean? Wrong mindset. It took a long time to like figure that out, and I had a lot of racist like tendencies and like gestures and I don't know. I think I used to like be against gay people or something. Now I don't even mind all that. Fuck, I'd nail a tranny or something. Some of them are so hot it throws me off. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never met one or slept with one, but I have like I'm brave enough to think those thoughts and to like see what's wrong, and I can see now that that's not what's wrong with me, so I don't have to be mad about shit like that. But I feel like a lot of like family members and friends we have are just attracted to like the same sex or like have like a fucking sociopath like fucking heritage. I have schizophrenia in my family. I found out. I happen to think it's a gift like a motherfucker because I just hear like people's thoughts, you know, sometimes. And I talk to myself and hear my thoughts. Oh well, everybody does. That's just how I roll. And it's my crutch. If it freaks you out, good. If it doesn't and intrigues you, it's also what it's meant to do. But you want to know what you should do? You should go out and listen to music and just relax. And stop watching television, please. Sometimes you can, but the shit will rot your fucking creativeness. Like seriously, just going out and being outside will like make you want to do more. Like I did yard work for my gram all day yesterday. Should have done it for free. I needed fucking money for cell phone minutes, but I would have done it for free too. But it was the coolest experiment. I got to fucking work on the rock fence that my grandfather built with his hands. I used some of his old ass tools. I didn't have to use them, but I kept them in my pocket just in case. Like the screwdriver from 1920s, man. So cool. And my papa was a fucking self-taught guy, dude. He grew up in the Great Depression. He was he's a great man, actually. He's kind of older for when I hung out with him, but he was a good man. And I know even him, he sometimes will contact my dreams, and he's learned a lot from passing over and what problems he had and like things he kind of like set in motion in his family. And I maybe I'm just full of myself and I'm out of my boundaries, but I feel like he hits me up sometimes to try to correct some shit that he feels bad about. And maybe I didn't notice it because I always just loved everybody the same or didn't care what the drama was. Like I'd listen to a drama about somebody and just be like, well, fuck, and go around, and I'd change it so it's a joke on me to like shield them from any more shit or something. And I noticed I did that my whole life, and I know my uncles and all of them love me and shit, but I know they fucking everybody gets caught up in this weird fucking like mindset that our reality, this 3D reality the Matrix is in right now currently. And I see it. I go out everywhere and meet a different group of people, and there's always the same like devil or like fucking demon thought process will envelop these people out of nowhere too. We could be having the best time of our lives. I could be saying something really positive or helping them out, and their demons come out. And I'm a fucking demon slayer, bro. Whatever. We're reincarnated, dude. Come back. I ain't scared of shit that you got. I'll hug you at the end too. You could kill me. Just my teeth I worry about mostly. My body's something. I'm still fucking materialistic with my body, and I see people for what they are. And right now, everybody I know or used to know is kind of untrustworthy. They're all opportunists, which is I am too. I'm the same as them. I'm a drug addict too and shit. I keep it honest because I understand what I understand. I don't want karma. Like you can fuck the cops in regular prison. You go to spiritual prison and fucking you just have bad dreams and thoughts and like fucking anxiety constantly, even when you're not like on drugs. That's because you did bad things or still thinking bad on people. If you have peace of mind where you're just like happy and you can sing, whistle and shit and like fucking tat your foot, I can't get my brain to shut off, which I hate. It's always going. I'm working on that real good, trying to. But like just having like happy thoughts and like a fucking humorous joy of the world. Always optimistic, even on my worst days when I just don't have any optimism left. I still can dig deep and do it, you know. And I don't know. I just wish I could like. I think I do. It's either I either fucking, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I either piss you off with my statements or thoughts, or I fucking empower you, you know? And that's what I'm trying to do. My fucking slogan is inspire. I want that shit everywhere. Half mad, inspire. Just enough. Just enough. Because insanity is literally doing the same thing, expecting different outcomes. So, like, just picking on me for dryer lint and fucking, I don't know, looking at the news and yelling about Trump is not going to get you your happiness. But going out and trying stuff through trial and error, or like fucking, I don't know, fucking sleep in a bush maybe for the night. Just, like, get naked too. You gotta get naked sometimes and like look at your body and appreciate yourself and shit. Don't show people if you don't want or whatever, but you should always appreciate. Like, I can't wait to be old. I'm gonna love my old naked body if I get that old, you know, if I'm lucky. But like, always just love yourself if you can. You know, step by step. It's not always get like, sometimes I fucking talk shit on myself too. But like, literally, like, all those negative thoughts and like fucking mantras you put on yourself and like those little things you say, those like tip your fucking karma wheel, you know, the wheel of fortune. So like, negative fucking manifestations happen from negative thinking. So positive manifestations happen from positive thoughts, no matter what. No matter what somebody says, you fucking break a bolt, you run out of gas, whatever. This fucking train don't stop for nothing. And you gotta remember that. Because once you get a train going, what's it got? It's got inertia, motion, and you can't fucking stop a locomotive, dude. It's like the juggernaut. And you got fucking love in your heart and your fucking locomotive, and you get reincarnated, and you're not alone because your ancestors, your guides, your fucking, like, everybody that's ever loved you and passed over and like thousands of lifetimes before is with you, and you, once you feel that love and fucking like existence with something, you never feel alone is what I'm getting at. Even when you feel alone, I even go through, I'll say some shit out in writing or out publicly, and sometimes I delete a lot of it, but you're never alone. And if you are alone, you don't believe what I'm saying, then believe in me, because I'm with you. You might not be able to talk to me or whatever, but wholeheartedly, and I can be, I'm with my people, the human race. We got this. Some fucking crazy shit's we're gonna be dropped with some weird fucking knowledge. Like, I can just feel it. I can feel something's coming. Like, some crazy shit's gonna happen. Either like fucking, I know everybody says aliens. We already know about the aliens. Like, I'm an alien probably, but I just know like some weird fucking knowledge is about to be bestowed on me. I can't fucking wait. I hope I'm sitting down for it. So everybody else, just, if you're waking or woke or whatever, just remain calm. It's coming. I don't know what it is, but if you feel it, you know. Welcome to my bullshit. This shit's forever. I'm actually making t-shirts now too on bombfire.com. It's like a direct drop or whatever they call it. But I got my bullshit's forever on there. Any of you guys ride motorcycles like myself, I got, damn, these things are fast over like a nice cool bike. It's just my first starting out projects, but it's better than painting everything by hand. But yeah, motorcycles, damn, they're fast. So if you think the same thing, maybe get that shirt. It looks shitty. It's only advertised in gray, but I actually wanted it in black and blue, and you could pick those. But for some reason, I haven't figured out how to advertise it like that. And we're also spouting Corey Warren's "Life Good" quote. He meant to say "good vibes." His brain said "life good." I loved it. Wrote it down on a fucking sticky note. We made a t-shirt with it. So if you want anything like that, you know, I got the hookup for it. We got it. And it's all, well, they're all limited editions too. It's a campaign for, I think, the end of May, actually. I might have to, I'll carry it into June a little bit, I guess, but if you don't buy them now while they're hot, you're never going to have one. I'm trying to think what else I made. You'll have to go to the website and check it out. Half Mad Creations, dog. I'm gonna put some more shit on YouTube here in a little bit. I gotta figure out how to edit some of these old photos of like my cop interactions and my old podcast and stuff, because it all explains my journey, you know. And it's not, what sucks is that it's gonna disprove a lot of other arguments in the family, which I did bring up before, and I get that they're never gonna hear me out and see my side of it, and I'm over that, and I know I don't need no I don't need nothing from that. I don't need, like, the hell they call it. I don't need reconciliation or to be heard or fucking be understood or anything. I need to put it out there so I know I'm not crazy, because the gaslighting and the constantly being told a different thing that you said, or like when somebody says, I told you not to do that, it was a bad idea. They didn't tell you not to do shit. They just fucking have that as a catchphrase, and it's a nice little mask, you know, I don't know what they're hiding from. I don't care. But you can't have you said you told me so for every goddamn thing that ever goes wrong in the world, because I'm psychic as fuck and I can't even predict that kind of shit, because free will and trial through fire. You have to make mistakes to learn shit. You want to be a dumbass your whole life? You gotta go try shit and just like fail completely. It's fun. Just like look at it that way too. Don't look at it. It's not even failing. What it is it's fucking Edison and like the light bulb, dude. It's another way to make your light bulb. Even though Tesla's the guy you want to look into. He's the secret of the world. And, you know, drink water. I still drink beer and shit. And I have gotten high a few times. Not gonna lie. But not like I was. And I would piss in a cup and pass. And I wonder if that's like part of like this weird. I feel like my family's got like an underlying bet going on where they're like, we're not gonna help him unless he passes a drug test. Motherfuckers, I ask for one all the time. Nobody gives me one. But I feel like I have like a fucking savings account I forgot about or something. Or like that was a deal. I know like my dad used to fuck with my head growing up, saying if you ever smoke or do drugs, you're not getting anything from my will. Which, I mean, my dad's alive and I want him to sell his property and not leave this stuff to me anyways, because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with all this shit. Let's enjoy it together, Pops, and you know, you can go like not have to worry about all this stuff. But I'm pretty sure that's like a weird thing that's going on where I think I'm actually the soberest one in my family some days. Besides pot, and that's like, I mean, that's legal now, and who fuck cares what you do anyways? Everybody's got something. But I feel like that's like the little thing they're gonna hide behind. Or like, I don't know, I feel like they took life insurance out on me and like wanted me to like get hurt maybe because I'm a little reckless, but I don't blame them for that. But like, let me know and share it with me so I can forgive you and at least get some fucking shit taken care of. Or like fucking just tell me, like, because if they need it, I don't know, I just feel like something's been stolen from me I don't know about, you know? And if somebody needs it, I would understand and like probably allow it to be stolen, even though I'm like down on my luck. Allegedly. You know? But that could also be a weird, like, schizophrenic, psychosis, whatever bullshit they want to fucking label me with thinking, which I just think it's intuitive. I'm intuitive, don't tell anybody. But I just, yeah. Once you've had it happen to you enough and you get that same thing and it's like, fuck, what is this, repetition, you know? It's like you get deja vu more and more, or like fucking, you can just see how it happens, you know, more or less. And it's not like a fucking mother's intuition or just assuming the worst thing. It's like literally like you're that close to it. And that's why I think people like accuse you of being crazy and try to have you sent away. Because like you could watch me with secret cameras and there's nothing I would be ashamed of that I do. Even the fucking, I masturbate. I wouldn't be ashamed. If you had to spy on me or do anything, like, enjoy. Because what I do at night and in my privacy doesn't bother my soul or conscience, and I sleep like a baby. And it did bother me for a while because I was worried about how other people are worried for me. But then you can't control how other people think, even if you're better in yourself. They'll have to get there with you eventually. you know. So this is my spiel. It was 30 minutes. You know, hit that subscribe button, the like button if you cared. Comment whatever you want. I mean, travel up here and we'll have a fucking argument or something if you need. I don't know. Need a hug? Fist bump? I don't know. Some advice? You can give me advice too. I'm open to a lot of suggestions. I can tell you my other weird stories and shit, but just have a good time, you know. Stay wild, stay happy, and stay like free. As free as you possibly can. And also, you know, have your boundaries and adult at the same time. Do your thing. Do what authentically is what you're here to do. Figure it out and do it. Because then it's all good, dude. Even when you don't know what you're doing, while you're figuring out, you know what you're going to do, and you're trying to get there, it's so fun figuring that part out now because you know. You just know, like, what you're going to do or what you've always wanted to do, and there's just no drive or a fucking force on the fucking universe, planet, or fucking man-made. Fucking Nazis couldn't even make a fucking force stronger enough to fucking, like, take me off what I'm thinking for my future. You know what I mean? And I hope everybody gets that. I hope everybody has the inspiration, has true unconditional love. I hope you never fucking stub your toe on fucking trailer hitches or fucking get blistered. You know what I mean? I really do. And I hope you do laugh at, like, some dark humor a little bit and clever shit. Because I appreciate the cleverness and the dark humor. But don't ever laugh at people. You know what I'm saying? Laugh with people or change it. You know what I mean? I can't even keep my thoughts to myself. They're just, I'll share the most randomest shit with you. And it's honestly what I was thinking at the time. But another thing, don't judge people by how they dress or how they talk. Fuck, hey. Like, our ancestors were immigrants. You think they dressed good or talked good? I mean, I talk fine, but I don't even care if people judge it. I'm just saying, like, it just looks, in my opinion, it looks like maybe you're compensating. And I don't have a big truck, and I have a small penis. So if my words are confiscating or offending you, I mean, I don't know. Let's not talk, you know? I don't know. These are just my thoughts and my bullshit for the day. And, alright. Forever on that shit. Catch yous later. All love and respect. I love yous. 2023 is going to be the great year. Alright, we got this in the bag.